Hello. Welcome to reality. How's everybody doing? Whew, I'm just waking up. You all are witnessing me get my head together this morning. Oh man, my sleep schedule has been screwed up all week. That's how you know you're getting old, dude. You know what? You know what did it? The time change. The time change. I don't ever recall it hitting me that hard. I don't ever recall. But of course, too, this year I've had lots and lots and lots of responsibilities. So it actually mattered, I think, to me. It's probably one of the biggest differences. But all week, my sleep schedule has been screwed up, dude. I fell into that pattern. Ever since the time changed, I fell into that pattern of not getting a full night's sleep and then ended up taking a nap during the day, you know? And then because of that, you don't get to sleep on time the next night. So you wake up the next morning without having enough sleep. Then you take a nap during the day and then you stay up late. And I fell into that pattern all week, dude. It's been miserable. It's been so hard to get up and get my business done in the morning. And then it's been so hard to get a good solid day's work done. And just, I think I finally got it straightened out this morning though. I said, man, I'm just gonna sleep until whenever. I don't even care, you know? I'm just gonna sleep till whenever. So anyway, good morning everybody. How's everybody doing? Let's see, we got Chris, Ellie, Dubs in your face. Okay, that's a cool username. Rob, Melanie, Malene, Amy. What's up, y'all? Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm trying to read. I'm trying to see straight. Sorry if I read y'all's names wrong or anything like that. I'm just now waking up. I got to get my coffee in me. Good morning. Those of you new to this channel, I never come on here with anything specific to talk about. And it helps wake me up and get me motivated for the weekend. I'm pretty sure, I haven't checked to see just yet, but I'm pretty sure my kids are already up. They're probably downstairs watching TV. And it'll be pancake day today, I think. I'll probably make pancakes for them. They like watching that downstairs TV because they can watch YouTube. They love YouTube, and I don't really like them watching YouTube because they watch stupid shit, dude. Oh my God, they watch some of the stupidest shit on YouTube. I didn't even know until I let my kids have access to YouTube. Some of the stupid shit that's on there. I mean, and that's what they like to watch. They like, let's just find the stupidest shit possible and just obsessively watch it. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh my God. Like that ASMR shit. That has got to be the biggest waste of fucking brain space that I've ever, like, no disrespect to the creators. I'm not disrespecting the creator. That's one hell of a hustle you got yourself there, but that just shows that millions of people watch that. That reflects how stupid this planet is to me. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh my God. That sounds horrible, I know, but oh man. And so that's why the kids like to get up and they like to sneak downstairs and watch TV as quick as possible because we won't put YouTube on their TVs in their rooms, you know? So, anyway, though. Anywho, so I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on here, is why I'm saying that. Oh, I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on here. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I don't get it either, man. Oh my God. So crazy, because I grew up in the 90s, and I very much remember, because I grew up with my grandparents, you know? I was taken away from my parents. I grew up with my grandparents, and I loved watching, so I grew up in a real strong, hardcore Christian household, right? So there's a lot of things I wasn't allowed to watch. I grew up in one of those households, you know what I mean? And like Beavis and Butthead, and shit like that. And it got pretty intense. There for a while, my grandma got pretty extreme, dude. There was like, she like wouldn't let me watch lots of different things because, you know, but now I understand, looking back, where they were coming from. You know, I just thought they were being mean when I was a kid. I was like, why can't I watch this? It didn't make any sense to me. I would say, because that's bad for you to watch that stuff. And that didn't make any sense to me. And it makes sense now. I get it now. You know what I mean? I totally get it now because my kids like watching some of the dumbest shit on YouTube, dude. Oh, it's all good though. Life is good. Beautiful day here in Vegas. Beautiful day. Weather's getting nicer. It's about to start getting hot. We went to Arizona yesterday, and the weather here is so strange. Okay, I don't know what it is about the short little hour drive down south to Bullhead City, Arizona. Is that's so different from Las Vegas. You drive an hour south, and the weather is so different. The sun in Arizona. There's something about that Arizona sun that when it hits you, it's like being in an oven. It's just like, it's like the light rays of death shine upon you. And it's just like, it's been chilly here. It's been pretty chilly here. I didn't really know what to expect. This was our first winter that we spent in Vegas. So it's been pretty chilly here. So I put my jeans on and everything, and I expect to go to Arizona. It's gonna be pretty chilly there. It's just an hour down south. Oh no. We get down there and the sun is 10 times brighter and it's 10 times hotter. And I don't understand that, man. That make no sense to me. But it's a beautiful day here today. It's like slowly starting to get warmer every day and get hotter. It gets surprisingly fucking chilly here, dude, for being in the desert in the wintertime. It gets surprisingly chilly. I didn't really bipolar. Yeah, bipolar. It's like you can't make up your mind. You know, you wake up in the morning. Here recently, you wake up in the morning, it'll be like 40 degrees and raining or something like that. And then 3 hours later, it's sunny and nice. And then you put your shorts on, and then all of a sudden, poof, the clouds come over and it's freezing again. And it's like, what the hell, man? But we like it here. I've been telling her, because we talked for the longest time about, you know, because we're real like adventurous people, and we've been talking about moving, where we're going to move next, and we even consider breaking our lease here to move. And we tried that a couple times. The universe won't allow that, so we're obvious. Okay, we got to stay here. And then I've recently been saying and feeling to myself, I like it here. I'm starting to like it here. Vegas is starting to grow on me. I didn't like it at first. It's been a year in April. So next month, here very soon, it'll be 1 year we've spent here so far. And I did not fucking like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's too crowded. Everywhere you go is just shoulder to shoulder. It's like going grocery shopping. It's like going to the fucking zoo and getting trampled. And I just couldn't stand it. I hated it when I first got here, dude. But now it's really starting to grow on me. I like it here. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave anymore. Isn't that weird? I don't want to leave. I'm really starting to dig it. I mean, honestly, because we live in the Henderson area, okay? And I live in a gorgeous neighborhood, you know? And it's so peaceful. And it's a really, really pretty end of town. Very pretty. And I just like it here. I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty nasty ends of town. I've seen how gross Vegas can be on certain ends of town, you know? And I actually don't live on the nasty end, you know? Because every city has its nasty side, you know? I don't care where you go. I've been to lots of different places, lots and lots of different cities from just Vegas to Chicago to Minneapolis to Louisville, Kentucky is where I'm from. You know, Los Angeles, New York City, every city, I don't care how pretty it is, has its nasty side, you know? And Vegas is no exception. And I'll actually live on the opposite end of that. It's like, it's not nasty at all here. It's very beautiful. Matter of fact, I live close to, there's celebrities that live in the same area as me. Mike Tyson lives right up the street from me. His neighborhood, if we go out, actually we pass his neighborhood every time we go grocery shopping. He just lives like 5 minutes up the street from me, you know. You bet your ass his neighborhood is not ugly. It's very gorgeous, you know what I mean? It's gated in, of course, but you know. But yeah, so I've been thinking, I'm like, man, there ain't no sense in leaving here. You know, my kids already got all their friends and all that good stuff, so it's like, you know what? I think we're gonna stick around. We gonna stick around. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I don't have much to talk about this morning. I'm just not getting my head on straight. This is my routine in the mornings where I'm kind of by myself and getting my head together. I haven't done anything on my YouTube channel in a couple of days. Man, I was saying, those of you just now tuning in, I was just saying a couple of minutes ago, I screwed my sleep schedule up. Well, I didn't screw it up. The time change screwed it up. The time change is the stupidest fucking thing, man. That's one thing I miss about Arizona. Arizona didn't do that dumb bullshit. They didn't change time. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Well, that's a different topic for a different conversation. But anyway, ever since the time changed, it screwed my sleep schedule up. So I fell into that pattern of day napping and staying up late and not getting enough sleep at night. And then you know, day napping and staying up late. I fell into that pattern, and that is so hard to break out of, dude. And it's like every day that goes by when you get into that pattern is more and more mentally draining, you know. And it's just the first couple days it isn't too bad. It's like, oh, okay, I can deal with this. And then after a few days, it almost feels like you're getting robbed of it with 1 hour of sleep every single day. And before you know it, you're just like a walking zombie. And it's just like, that's how I've been. So finally, I crashed out early last night. I got all my personal readings done. I crashed out early and woke up not even knowing my name or what day it was. Get my head on straight this morning. Oh, so what y'all been up to, man? Let's hear about your day. Life in the good old Rich Lopp universe can get kind of boring sometimes. I know a lot of you have heard me say that many times, but it can, man. Time change didn't affect you. That's good, man. It did me. It never has me before. It never has me before. But I don't know. My lifestyle is very, very, very different now. You know, and fitness. I'm working out now. You know, that has a lot to do with it. Your rest is very important. I'm learning. Your rest is very, very important when you're working out, when you're into fitness and whatnot. You know. So yeah, it's never affected me either. Never has. Maybe for a couple of days, but it's usually pretty easy for me to acclimate to. But your time change tonight? Stupidest thing in the world, isn't it? That right there should tell you straight up how much of an illusion time is. Well, happy birthday, Chris. That should tell you how much of an illusion time is. Anyway. Mountains block the sun until 10 a.m. Wow. Yeah, it's different everywhere you go. It's very different. When I lived in Maine, this is the fucking craziest I've ever seen. When I lived in Maine, it is bright ass, broad fucking daylight at 5:30 a.m. I'm talking sun up in the sky, broad daylight at 5:30 a.m. It took me forever to get used to that. When I showed up there, I immediately got a job at a car wash and started, you know, and for the first month, I would wake up in a panic every morning thinking that I was late for work because we'd have to get up at 5:30 a.m. and I'd wake up in a panic. You know, I'd wake up and I would see it's broad daylight. I'm waking up, I have never in my life seen, you know, it's dark until like 7. Sometimes between 6 and 7, depending on where you go. Sometimes it can still be dark at 7, just depending, you know. But I've never seen it broad daylight at 5:30, dude. And in the wintertime, it's dark nighttime at 4:30 p.m. Yep, that's weird, man. So strange. All the casinos open in Vegas? They've been open. Yeah, the casino's never closed. Yeah. There's never been like a full-on lockdown here. Not a full on. I mean, they've done some little stupid shit like close the bars down. And then when they close the bars down, you know what you do? You just go in there. You go into to wherever the place is. You can still order from the bar. You just couldn't sit at it. So the bars were closed, but you can still buy alcohol. It's been such a stupid game they've been playing this whole time. But no, the casino's never closed. Nothing's ever like been full on closed. There's never been a full on lockdown here. Everything has been, open and yeah. So somebody said something about that the other day. They were like, "How you going to the gym during a lockdown?" I'm like, "Ain't no fucking lockdown here, dude. Not like that. Not like that." The more you hear about Vegas and New Mexico, the more you like. Where are you from? Oh yeah, you're in the South, ain't you? Enchanted Cottage. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's different. If you've never been here before, it's very different from anything over there. Very different. I'm used to it now. It took me a minute to adjust to this. I think it's something that everybody should visit at least once, especially if you've never been here. Living here, though, is a totally different story. It's all good if you are a homebody, which we are, but we do like to get out and do things from time to time, and but if you don't like big crowds of people, you wouldn't like it here. I'm not a real big fan of big crowds of people, not really. I'm very reserved into myself, and it's okay though. I'm getting used to it. After a while, you go out and it puts you way out of your comfort zone, but I'm getting used to it. It's growing on me now. Been in Vegas since '96, seen a lot of changes. Yeah? I don't know. That's cool. I don't know much about it here. This is our first year here, and we have one more year on our lease. So maybe we'll see some changes this year. Not a crowd person. You wouldn't want to come here then. You wouldn't want to come here. I mean, again, it's an experience to have. It's a tourist attraction, Every time, like if we go downtown, like if we go down to the strip, which we do from time to time, and if we, depending on what we want to eat, man, you name it, dude, they can eat it. You got French restaurants, you got German restaurants, Italian, you name it, and we really like the French food down there. But you just know that you go down and you sit down there and you just look around at the people around you. Nobody is from here. It's pretty guaranteed. People walk up to us all the time and say, "Hey, where are you all from?" We're like, "Here. We live here. We're just out and about doing something today, So it's a place to visit and it's something to experience, But it takes some adjustment living here. Like that one person said they lived here since '96. Whoever that was, what's your name? Amy? You're probably used to it, right? And you've been here for a long ass time. But me, this is my first year here, so it's just now starting to grow on me. Just now starting to grow on me. I mean, universe brought us here. We didn't choose this place. This was not our choice. This is where our universe said, "You're going next," because we tried everything. We tried all over California and Arizona, and that doorway would not open. So this is what universe said. This is where you're going. Why? I don't know. I have no idea why. It'll make more sense in hindsight, but anywho, yeah, in Arizona. We were in Arizona at first. Yeah. Arizona is beautiful if you can deal with the heat. Circus is still a big thing. It's still a big thing. It's fun. It's still a big thing. It's very interesting. I've been there a few times. But I try to avoid downtown as much as possible. Every time we have to go downtown for something, I'm like, I can't stand casinos, dude. I hate that vibe. I can't stand the casino vibe. I don't even like walking through them. Just the fucking smell. They all have that one smell. For those of you who have either been to Vegas or, you know what I'm saying, casinos, they have that vibe and that smell in them. The cigarette smoke in the carpet and the old stale beer. And I just don't like it. I can't stand the vibe of those casinos, you know? It's just, I hate it. Sorry, Leah likes it though. She loves casinos. She's like, yay, you know, and we've gambled a few times and whatnot, but oh, I hate it. I'm like, I don't want to go downtown. Trying to go back to California. And may not be a bad thing. At least not right now. I think Universe is fixing California up right now. Yeah. Love Vegas, but you don't gamble? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are other things to do and experience here. But yeah, gambling is a big thing. Gambling and drinking. Gambling and drinking. I mean, you can just walk around the streets drinking here, and it's not illegal. You can't do that anywhere else. You can't walk around with a beer drinking. You can here. You can just buy you a beer and walk around the streets and get drunk if you want. It's not illegal. So it seems to me from what I've seen here, like it's really hard to break the law here. The cops don't really seem like they do much. So the laws are really much more lenient on a lot of laws here in Vegas from what I've seen so far, you know? I want to go to Cali for your birthday. Yeah, I'm not sure about the restrictions. We were gonna go. I think she's still going. She has something she has to do down there. I forget what it is here in a couple of weeks, but I don't know. You hear rumors, you hear one thing, and then you see something else. So I don't really know. But I know that every time she goes to California and comes back, she's like, oh, that fucking place is going downhill. I hate it there, you know, every time. So yeah, yep. 420 friendly, absolutely. You can't walk around anywhere here without walking into a big cloud of weed. Oh, it's nasty. I can't stand weed. That's another thing I don't like. I don't like weed either. Shit stinks so bad. And it makes me feel horrible. And I used to be a real big pothead back in my drug addict days. Y'all know I'm a former serious addict, right? For those of you who don't know. Yeah, I have a very nasty history of addiction and alcoholism. But I used to smoke like crazy, especially when I was a teenager. And when I was in my early 20s, I said, and it was when I got my first job as a musician. That's when I discovered how much I really don't like weed. You know, I didn't like being stoned up in front of a bunch of people I don't know. And that's when I realized, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So I quit smoking when I was in my early 20s, and I just don't like it. But here, boy, I'm going to tell you what, everybody smokes. Everywhere you go, you run into a big cloud of that nasty shit. You like 420? Well, you love it here. You would love it here. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't judge people that do it. I just don't personally like it myself. I think it's gross. And I'm so glad Leah doesn't like it. Seems like everybody I've ever dated before smokes, and I always have to put up with smelling that in the house. And I'll deal with it. I won't say anything about it. You know, I'm cool with whatever somebody wants to do. You know, but Leah doesn't like it either. And I'm like, thank you. I don't have to deal with weed smoke all the time because this shit stinks. I don't see what about that smell people like. I don't even see what about the feeling people like. It does not provide me with a comfortable feeling at all. You know what it feels like when I get stoned? It feels like my soul is aware that it's trapped in this little human body and it can't go anywhere. And it's stuck here in this fucked up dimension in the wrong place. I don't belong here. It's like nothing about it is comforting at all. I can't stand it. It gives me panic attacks. I just hate it. Can't stand it. I've never liked it. And every time I say that, people are like, no, man, you're not doing it right. I shouldn't have to do it right. There shouldn't have to be a certain way to do it. If I'm partaking in something with the entire intention being to change my experience psychologically or change my perception, I shouldn't have to do it a certain way. I shouldn't. The thing that I'm doing should do it for me. No, you got to smoke this kind of weed, and you got to be doing it while you're hanging upside down. You know what I mean? And it's just, there's always, no, you got to do it like this, and you got to smoke it out of a special kind of bong, and while you're standing on your head and saying a poem, and no, I don't like it. If I got to do all that shit, no, I don't like it. Whatever I do, which I don't really do anything anymore. I haven't even drank in 2 months. I haven't even drank in 2 months, but that was always my go-to was drinking. But yeah. Anyway, long story short, I don't like it. Yeah, too much work. I don't know. Some people just smoke and they just sit down and they like say, "Man, it calms me down," and I'm like, it does the exact opposite to me. It makes my thoughts so fucking vivid that it's like I can see them. I'm there. My thoughts are so vivid that I'm there in them. And that would be okay if my thoughts were happy and good, but they're not. It's like it makes me think. Like one wrong thought can spiral me out of control. Like I wonder what it would feel like to get my head run over by a dump truck and I can feel it, you know? And it's like, I don't like it, man. It expands my mind to the point to where I can see, feel, smell, hear, taste, and touch my thoughts. And I don't like it. I don't like that. I can't stand it, dude. Used to buy wine, pour a glass. Yeah, man, wine is one thing I had to stay away from because I would just fucking drink 2 or 3 bottles of that shit, you know? I would just like sit and red wine, the dry red wine is what I liked. The driest fucking red wine you could find. I'd just sit and drink like 3 or 4 bottles in one night. Oh yeah. Yup. I gotta stay away from this shit and then wake up with the worst headache the next day, you know? Yep. Yeah, terrible headache. Terrible headache, yep. I do take Kratom though. I do take Kratom. Y'all ever take that? I got some right here. I like this stuff. I do like that stuff. Other than that though, I don't really do anything anymore. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I haven't drank since my daughter's birthday, February 7th. It was almost 2 months. It's just not fun. It's not fun anymore. It used to be fun. It's not. It's not. Every time I drink, I always wake up the next day. And I'm getting old, dude. I can't do it like I did in my 20s, you know? My 20s, I could just pound away and nothing. Not wake up with no hangover, no nothing. Not anymore. Not, now that I'm in my 30s, man. I wake up the next day feeling like shit. Like it drains me. It's harder to do my tarot card readings the next day, you know? And I just don't like it. Probably lucky I didn't go to California. Yeah, oh, I know now. Now, you know, we see that. Now, I don't really have any interest in California. California's beautiful, dude. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I think that of all the places I've been to, and there's only like a little handful, like maybe 4 states that I've never seen. But of all the states I've been to, all the places I've lived, all the cities I've been to, California is so fucking pretty, dude. California is gorgeous, has some of the most beautiful scenery in the entire country. Man, there's just something about the vibe there, dude. It doesn't feel, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I can't even put words to it. When just driving through, it's just like what my eyes see. It's gorgeous. You can take the most beautiful pictures, you know, and just it looks really pretty. But like when you get out and start mingling around, you know, just something about the people there. I don't know what it is, man. There's just a nasty energy everywhere that I've been, which is mainly Southern California. I don't know about up north. I've never been up there. Never been up there before. Wait till I'm in my 40s. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Vibing higher. That shit just pulls my vibe down, man. I don't need anything to pull my vibe down. I'm still in my early 30s. I'm still young and kicking. In my opinion, that's when adult life really begins, is what it feels like to me so far. It's like 20s, my 20s fucking sucked ass, but it's just like that's when I got hit with all of my really important life lessons through my 20s. Like really hard life lessons, you know? And I know there's lessons throughout your entire life, but me personally, it's like my 20s, all the hard life lessons I learned in my 20s. And then ever since I hit my 30s, at least the first 3 years of it, knock on wood, have been nothing but fucking blessings, dude. Blessings, 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 you know, for the most part. Like I said, there's always going to be challenges. It's not like everything's always peaches and cream and rainbows and unicorn farts, but I've been very, very blessed in my 30s so far. And I have all those hard lessons that I learned in my 20s to thank for it, you know? So, yeah, I'm not scared of getting old anymore. I used to be. I used to be scared of getting older. Not anymore. Be 60 this summer. Loving life now. Good. There you go. That's good. Yeah, one thing, I know I don't have near the wisdom that, you know, those of you in your 40s and 50s and whatnot, but I am starting to kind of notice little bitty things, you know, like, especially one big difference in my 30s from my 20s is when we're young like that, when we're in our 20s and shit, we're like still, you know, a little kid type minded, you know, there's some things that we think are so fucking important that just, most of the things that we think are really important really aren't, you know? And I think that becomes more and more apparent the older that we get, you know? Man, I just take too much stupid shit too seriously, you know? We spend so much time, it seems like, worrying about the dumbest shit. And the older we get, the more we realize, man, that's not even important, you know? I don't really know how to explain that. It's different for everybody, but that's one big thing I've been noticing. One big thing I've been noticing is I've been saying fuck it about a lot of things. About a lot of things, you know? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, the conversation topics are staying kind of lighthearted this morning, aren't they? I like this, though. This sets the tone for the day. It gets me all good and amped up. And I got my first full night's sleep in a week, so I feel pretty good. I feel pretty damn good. Ready to get some stuff done today. Spent most of your life taking care of others. Now you take care of you. That's good. That's always good. We gotta get people to break up out of that trap. You know, I'm not saying don't help others, but we have to get people. And it is a trap. And I'm not going down all the way down this path, but it is a trap where we make people believe that if you completely neglect yourself and put all of your attention on others all the time, that makes you a better person. No, that's a good intention to have, but that doesn't make you a better person. Matter of fact, you're not doing anybody a service, you know, not really. If anything, you're making it harder on yourself. And the harder you make it on yourself, the less you are actually capable of doing for others, you know? So if you want to be at your highest potential of service to others, you have to put yourself first. That doesn't make you a bad person. The difference between service to self and service to others is service to self people are of service to only themselves and they don't give a shit about others. Service to others people, you have to make sure that you put yourself first, or you are of no service to others, or of very little. You're of half-ass service to others when if you would put yourself as your number one priority, you would be of maximum potential. You could use, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You would have more potential to be of service to others. The example that I always use, a lot of you have probably heard me say this before, but like if you could imagine you have this little one-horse town, right? And they have one ambulance. They have one ambulance in the town. The hospital has one ambulance. And they never take the ambulance to the shop to get the tires rotated, to get the oil changed, to get the plugs changed out. You know what I'm saying? They never take it and get routine maintenance done. They're too busy running around the town helping whoever's in trouble, whoever's hurt. Well, do you see where I'm going with this? Eventually somebody's going to be in some serious, serious trouble because that ambulance is going to break down. The well-being of that ambulance's performance is the number one priority. That should be in the shop. That should be the number one priority, to make sure that motherfucker is in tip-top shape all the time. You know, an airplane, what do you think is going to happen if you know, you put the maintenance of that airplane on the bottom of the priority list? What do you think is going to happen? Eventually, some people are going to be in big fucking trouble, aren't they? It's no different from you. If you want to be of service to others, your psychological, emotional, and spiritual well-being are the number one priority. Or eventually, you're going to fuck some people's lives up because you're not in the position to be of service to others like you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying, man? Took you 50 years to figure that out? Well, yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of traps that we've fallen into. We're coming out of that old system now where we have been programmed to reverse manifest in many, many different ways. We've been programmed to use our powers against ourselves. And that is the vast majority of what the old system that is now crumbling right in front of our eyes. And we're bringing forth a new system. That is the epitome of what that was about. The control, how we've been controlled for so long. Is we've been programmed to use our creative powers against ourselves to benefit a different source, the powers that used to be. Make sense? Here very soon, I may be good to talk about these things now, but I'm not sure yet. Here very soon in the coming weeks, I should be free to talk about anything I want here on YouTube. But I'm not risking it right now. So again, I'll flirt with these paths. I'll flirt with them, but I'm not going to actually walk down them yet. Not yet. I've seen some evidence that suggests that I probably could. You know, that a lot of the censorship has been dealt with, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm not chancing that. I'm not taking a chance on that. But here in the coming weeks, you should be able to finally hear me open up and really, really talk about some things. Gotta wait, though. Gotta wait. Take care of you first. Do nice things for others. That's the way you gotta do it, man. That's the way you gotta do it. Not only that, too, but we also see a lot of people who, it's becoming real big, really, really big now. To become basically I call it a spiritual entrepreneur, you know, to become self-employed in the spiritual and the healing arts, you know, and you see lots and lots and lots and lots of people do that and I've seen lots of people do this. They're chasing a career and they're trying to help people and they're fucking completely neglecting themselves, you know, and I get it. I'm not saying you have to be 100% healed. But your number one priority, if you want to help anybody, has to be you. That's the only way you can really, really, really serve in any type of career or any type of help for other people. You put your focus on you evolve you, and then you share what you learn. That's any successful, genuine healer. I don't even like calling them healers really, but for lack of a better phrase, healer, that's what they do. And that's what I do. And that's what I was taught. And that's what I do. I make my number one priority my evolution. My number one priority is me evolving and me changing and me applying the laws of energy to my life and then sharing what I've learned. Those people who need to hear the message that I have to send will hear it. And no, not everybody will. Not everybody will, and that's fine. I'm not here to force my message down anybody's throat, you know? You gotta do some major healing and release. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Just dig. Just keep digging. Just keep on digging. There's always a way. Always a way. I don't care what's happened. Always a way to be able to go inside and take any experience and flip it and turn it into fuel. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, especially when you come to me. There's a lot of people out there that they will take your power and just run with it, and I won't. I'll take your power, I'll polish it up, and I'll hand it back to you and tell you what you can do with it, you know? And there's always, and a lot of people depend too heavily. I'm not saying that you're doing this, but a lot of people do depend too heavily on people like me, you know, for the answers. You're the one that has the answers. And I know you've probably heard a lot of people say that, But I do the best that I can to actually explain how you can find the answers. A lot of people say the answers are all in you, you know, and they are. They really are. You're the boss. You're the president. You're the emperor. You're the creator, and you're the king of your experience. You get to go inside. You're the one that has the power to assign a meaning to anything you have ever experienced in your life. You're the one that does that. Not me, not no other tarot card reader, not no psychic, not no awakened, enlightened person can do that for you. No, they can't. You're the one who says, this thing that happened to me, this is what it meant. This was the purpose. This was the meaning. You're the one that does that. And that's what it is. Whatever you believe the meaning for any experience you've ever had, whatever you believe that meaning to be, that is what it is. It's really that simple. It is really that simple. Self-doubt is the biggest enemy. The biggest enemy. We doubt ourselves too much, man. You can't doubt yourself. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it's easier said than done. I did the same thing, man, on my path. I did the same thing. I was looking to somebody else for the official answer, you know? And it was very frustrating because the more I would dig, the more I would hear, yeah, no, it's not somebody else that has the answer. I'm the one that has the answer. I'm the one responsible for how I connect all the dots in my life and carve out my energetic pathway moving forward. That's me that does that. Nobody else can do that for me, you know? So that's really all we really need to get people to understand. I mean, there's just a few very simple things. Once we get people to fully understand how powerful they are and get people to stop doubting themselves and get people to start listening to themselves, that's all it really takes. But that can be so difficult because people are so programmed and so hardwired with all these belief systems. And to me, I kind of picture it like this tangled up ball of fishing line. If you could imagine just this big ball of tangled up fishing line and untangling all those belief systems is like untangling a big ball of fishing line. That's the work. That's the kind of work that we have to do, you know, to get all those old belief systems, your self-perception, all of your perceptions that you have of yourself and all the beliefs that you have about yourself, all the things that you tell yourself and retraining all that internal dialogue. And it can take some time, but it is possible. See, it's no different than forming or breaking any habit. No different. It is no different. Just like, for me, just like getting into fitness. Do you know how fucking out of my comfort zone that has been? But guess what? It's now starting to become normal. It's the new me. It's what I do. I wake up, I work out, and my body is sore. And for months and months and months and months and months, oh, that sucked, dude. I just hated life, honestly. I couldn't stand it. I was like, man, this is what I have to do? You know, it was so out of my comfort zone. I was so out of shape. I had no muscles. I was just a fat blob. And it hurt, dude. Now, I'm starting to understand it. I'm starting to get it now. It's clicking. This is the new me. This is what we do. I get up. I go to the gym. I do whatever it is that I do. And my body hurts for a few days. And that's just me. And then, check it out. We went on a hike last weekend. Was it last weekend? We went on a hike and we got lost. A lot of you saw I posted it on Instagram. We went on a hike on the Petroglyph Trail. And it was just supposed to be this cute little trail that, is really pretty out in the desert, and it goes around, and then you're supposed to take this other trail. You got to turn, there's arrows. It says take this trail, and it loops around. It's a 4.5 mile hike. Well, we walked past that trail and started going up the fucking mountains. I mean, uphill, up on the mountains. And we went up over the fucking mountain range. We got lost. And I'm good. I'm running uphill, running up those mountains, dude, and not feeling no pain. And I'm like, damn, dude, I am in shape. Little things like that are getting me to realize, damn, I'm getting in shape. My legs are good. My leg muscles have gotten huge, So it's pretty cool. I wouldn't have been able to do that a year ago, Wouldn't have been able to do that a year ago. And here's the funny thing, too. Leah pointed this out to me the other day. We get up, we look out, and we're fucking in the middle of nowhere, dude, in the desert. We look at, we're like, holy fuck. The Las Vegas Strip is like a little bitty dot off in the horizon as we were just in the middle of the desert. And we're like, where the fuck are we? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this dude hiking. You know, we look back, here's the Vegas Strip back this way. Out of nowhere, coming from this way, is this random dude who just comes from out of nowhere. And he's the one that told us, you passed your trail up. You're gonna keep on going basically out to nowhere land, Nowhereville, you know, if you keep going straight this way. So we had to turn around and go back. And then poof, he disappeared. He took off walking. We're like, all right, girls, come on. We looked, poof, the dude disappeared. Poof, and we were even running. We took off running in the same direction he was going in. Poof, he disappeared. And I didn't even pay attention to it. I wasn't even paying attention at the time. And she just pointed that out to me the other day. She's like, did you notice that when we turned around and started walking, where that guy was walking, he disappeared. We never saw him again. And I was like, yeah, I did notice that. Or I didn't notice it at the time, but wow, that's weird. She said, maybe the other side sent us somebody. Because if we would about to keep going, dude. We would have kept going for who knows how long. It ended up being an 8-mile hike, and we would have just kept going and going and going and going and going, and we would have just been gone and lost, you know? So it just kind of seems like the other side, you know? Sent an angel. Say, hey, you might want to turn around, because if we would have gotten stuck out there in the middle of the desert, who knows how far we would have kept going, you know? Pretty interesting. Interesting stuff. Lost 36 pounds, hell yeah. Same here, let's see. I'm about 40 pounds down. I've lost about 40 pounds since July last year. That's what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do. I'm still losing weight too. I do the best that I can not to look at it and think about it, you know, because it's much more, it's just like anything else, you know, and getting in shape. What we think, it's just like anything else. It's just like manifesting money, manifesting love, anything that it is that we want. You know, I think it's money that I'm after. No, it's actually not. It's in here. It's a perception of money that actually manifests the money. And I think I'm after a relationship. No, it's not really a relationship that I'm after. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that I'm after. And I'm looking for a relationship to bring me that feeling. It's the same thing with fitness. I think it's a fit body and a, you know, a fit body that I'm after. No, it's really not. That's not what I'm after. The fit body is a manifestation of a mentality. I'm starting to get that now, you know? So I'm taking my focus away from my body and the changes it's going through, and I'm putting it on my mind, you know? And this being in, you know, putting myself through physical stress and stuff like that, it's becoming new to me. Does that make any sense? Lost 120 pounds. Damn, dude. Wow. Lost 100. That's a lot of poundage. Holy shit. 120 pounds. Damn, dude. Wow. I couldn't imagine you being that big. Dude. That's cool, though. Damn, dude. And I'm getting all fake teeth too. I'm going in next week I think they're gonna do the mold, and we're gonna start with my front teeth, and I think I'm getting rid of the silver tooth, dude. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. But I'm getting all fake teeth. I'm getting veneers, crowns, and implants. Yep. And it's gonna be a long, drawn out process that probably won't be done. So I'm making all kinds of changes. I'm getting all new teeth. I'm getting, you know, in shape and stuff like that. Next year, this time, I'm gonna look different. I'm gonna look very different. That's what it's all about though, man. Yeah, luckily, dude, I put off, you know, getting my teeth worked on for way too long. Now though, and the dentist is so cool. She is so cool. Leah's talking about, they really want, because Leah's been thinking, man, I think I want to get a little part-time job just to get out of the house, you know? And she's been debating, and they're like, we'll hire you whenever we get an oral surgeon. We're going to need a new receptionist. We'll hire you part-time. So she turned in a resume, and she's thinking about, and we're just right across the street. It's like a 5-minute walk from our house where the dentist is. And they've really taken a very strong liking to us, and they're super, super cool, offering me discounts for tarot card readings. I think I told you all that. Like, I will give you discounts. I will cut the price off your dental work for tarot card readings. I'm like, okay, cool, you know? So, and Leah might be getting a little part-time job there, maybe. She doesn't know if she wants to. She's like, I don't know. She's been going back and forth, but she's like, it feels like universe is guiding me in that direction, you know? I'm like, hell yeah, go ahead. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I've even pondered it, to be 100% honest with you. I've even sat and wondered, man, I wonder what would happen if I got me a little part-time job on the weekends just to give me something to do, you know? Just to keep me occupied and put me on a schedule of having something to do and giving my mind some, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. Because, like, I'm thinking I wouldn't want to waste anybody's time, you know? And, like if I got, like, let's just say, for example, I got a little part-time job at the gas station by my house and, like working 3 or 4 hours a day. And let's say some customer got real rude and nasty with me. I don't need this job. You know what I mean? I don't need this. My life does not depend on this job. So would I have the self-control to like really do what I have to do? You know? And I wouldn't want to, I'm just thinking, man, I don't know. That might actually be not a very good thing. It's for me to put myself in that position, knowing I don't really fucking need it. And do I have the character to actually, like, if I'm going to quit the job, to do it the right way, to put in my 2 weeks notice, let them find somebody to take my place? Or would I just be like, man, fuck this job. I'm out of here. This is stupid. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's one of the main reasons why I haven't gone ahead and got me a little part-time job just for something to do. You know, just a little pocket change on the side. I mean, yeah, so. But she's thinking she wants to, you know. Because, I mean, believe it or not, yes, we are very successful, self-employed people. And, but I mean, I don't care what it is that you do. Anything can get boring after a while. Anything can become monotonous routine, you know. So I totally feel where she's coming from, you know. I totally feel that. I'm like, do whatever you want to do, baby. You do you. If you want to get you a little part-time job, go ahead. You know, it would probably give me more time to focus on my main channel too, anyway. You know, and growing my channel. That's the thing is, like I said, when I very first started, my channel took off and was growing fast. Like up until we really got my personal readings, like that system that she built that system on her own. She built it, she runs it, she operates it. She did that. That's all her, you know. She just prints me out my work and I just do the videos, you know. But before we had that, my channel was growing fast. And I'm not saying that nobody out there, but from all the readers that I've seen, that I know of, I hadn't seen anybody whose channel was growing at the rate that mine was. Mine was growing really fast, really fast. And then once I started doing personal readings, it slowed down, you know. It slowed down because I didn't have the time and the energy a day to put into doing the type of content that I need to keep it growing at that rate, you know. So if we ever got a chance to, you know, for me to maybe back off, and that's been, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you the truth, that's the reason why we've been jacking the prices up for the readings. That's the reason why, because we were thinking, okay, well, if we make these readings more expensive, less people will inquire to buy them, so I won't be as busy doing personal readings, and I'll be able to focus more on my regular YouTube channel. And that has not happened yet. It hasn't happened, you know? And that's just universe telling me, no, you're not getting out of this job. You don't get the easy way. You're not getting out of this. So I'm like, okay, so this is what I was called to do, so I'm doing it. No matter how high we jack the prices up, I still get the same amount of customers, you know? So universe is like, nope, you are not getting out of this. And it's nothing to do with the money. I'm telling you, if I right now, just say I'm not doing personal readings anymore, I could very easily go to my main YouTube channel and make just as much, if not more, as I do with personal readings. So it has nothing to do with the money. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make more money. I can easily match the money that I make with personal readings on my main YouTube channel alone with just a YouTube check, you know? That wouldn't be nothing. It would just, if I took the same amount of energy and put it on my main channel as I do personal readings, again, I could match it, if not surpass it. So I've just been wanting to focus more on growing my channel, and universe won't let me. Universe is like, nope, you're not getting out of this job, dude. You're not getting out of it. I will send you. I will send you all the people that need to hear what you have to say. So, is what it is. It is what it is. Do what now? I read different from others. Yeah. Well, like I tell people, and I tell people a lot who come to me for readings. I never planned to be a tarot card reader. This career caught me by surprise. I had no idea this was what universe had in mind for me. I dedicated my life to learning the laws of energy. That's it. So I dedicated my life to learning how energy behaves, how I can take conscious control of energy and change timelines and create a future and create an outcome and be the creator of my life. That's what I set out to do. And like I said, I dug a hell of a rabbit hole and ended up attending a very high level mind mastery school. I've been taught the laws of energy by people in very, very high places. And that's all I set out to do. And then I get introduced to the tarot. So it's like, oh wow, I'm coming into the tarot. Most other readers, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but most other readers, they read the default timeline that you're on. That's what they read. And then they'll tell you, you can change this outcome if you want, But I've never personally seen another reader who can tell you how, who can explain to you, this is why you're on this default timeline. This is the energy that created it. And if you want, here's how you change that energy and can explain the process of changing timelines and you know what I mean? Because by the time I'm handed my first deck of tarot cards, I already have a very, very, very vast understanding of what created the timeline that I'm on and how to change timelines and how to create my own experience. And then here I am with a deck of tarot cards. It's like, man, I can't just sit and tell you the one default timeline you're on. I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I did that. You know what I mean? And I make it very, I've had a couple of people in the past say, I don't want to hear your opinions and your philosophy. This is not my opinion. None of these things about the laws of energy that I teach are my opinion. And they're not theory either. There's a very hardcore science that goes into it. And depending, if you come to me for a reading, for some people, I'll explain it all. Other people, it just really depends, whether or not you need to hear that. But there's a very, very, very hardcore science that goes into it. It's just not mainstream science, Referred you to Tracy. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Tracy's going to be coming over. Me and her are going to be collabing. Me and her are going to do a collab. She's coming to visit Vegas, and she's going to come over. And we're going to sit over there, and I don't even really know. Maybe an all signs video or something. Haven't really put too much thought into it yet, but yeah, the laws of energy are proven. They are. It's just not mainstream science. It's just not mainstream science, It will be here soon, though. It will be. It'll be mainstream here soon. Soon enough. Anyway, though, it's been about an hour. It's about time for me to go and cook the kiddos some breakfast, and hopefully, I don't know what our plans are for today, but I hope to be able, because I've been so slacking on, not my personal readings. That's all I've used what little bit of energy I've had for the past several days to do my personal readings, and I have not been able to do anything on my main YouTube channel. And I'd like to be able to pop out lots of content today, lots of it. So I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you sometime today on my other channel. Y'all have a good day.